Hello, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? Welcome. It is March 8th, 6 o'clock p.m. here in the United States of America, East Central Time. Excuse me. As you can see, we're starting to go green everywhere. BTC's up 1.77%. We blew right through the 52.3. Now trying to retest the 54. So let's have a look at the charts. What do you say? Let's go into BTC USD. As we can see on the chart here, we made it through our sell target for the trade, for the swing trade, just continuing to go to the upside. We did have our 12 and 100-day cross, 1226 cross down here. So it looks like we're looking into maybe the next couple of hours we'll get this 26-day, and then we have our upside orientation of the 12, 26, and 100 moving day average. Increasing volume down here on the volume indicator, and the RSI is still in good shape here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's get to some support levels and resistance. We set good support here at the 50,216.77, and we have resistance marked up here. Well, let me move this guy out of the way. We're pegging out the chart here. 52,667.29. Resistance had to go all the way out to the daily chart to get that resistance level for you. So Bitcoin looking strong here. Basically what's happening as the Nasdaq slid today into a correction. So stock market investors trying to retreat to some safe havens, and folks are looking at Bitcoin and some altcoins to park their money just in case things get crazy out there. Let's move on to DOT USD. DOT, we're still in a sideways consolidation here. You see the levels I have marked here, support and resistance. We did get the 1226 cross, so now we're looking for the 12 and the 100-day cross coming up pretty soon. So we'll be keeping a good eye there. Keep an eye on the support for 33.723 and 35.4896 resistance. As DOT USD, somewhat of a laggard, as you'll see. Moving forward here, it's down a bit, it's almost flat, so it's going red to green pretty soon. Moving up as the other ones start to go green as well. So let's head on over to BNB, Binance Coin. Still flat, managed to make some headway today towards our sales target on the swing trade here for BNB USD. And full disclosure, I do hold BNB all the time. And if you're trading on Binance, if you hold the BNB token, you get a discount on your trading fees. And there's some other fundamental reasons that I hold that. And we talked about that quite a bit, so I won't spend too much time here for you. But let's have a look at support is at the 233.726. Look for resistance. We're trying to get above this 100-day moving average, so it looks like we can do it here with some good, strong volume. RSI is in good shape. If so, we would look for resistance up at the 245.142. Moving on. Looking at IOTA, Internet of Things, just went red to green, but we're in a sideways consolidation phase here on the 4-hour. We had the 12-day cross underneath the 26, so it's not looking very strong. So we'll just hang loose for IOTA, let it consolidate, and give us look for some other indicators like volume or RSI changes. So support still holding strong at the 1.283 USD and resistance at 1.359 USD. Moving on to ADA, Cardano. Watching this one closely, looking for a breakout for Cardano. It did go red to green and somewhat of a sideways configuration here. And also notice the wicks of these candles, top and bottom. So it's looks like the trading bots are on it. But looking at the 12, 26, and the 100-day, still inverted. So once again, we're going to just kind of keep an eye on this, scout it around for direction indication here as we go right down the middle. You see the 0.50 on this Fibonacci retracement, which we know is not a Fibonacci number. So, but it is significant for us folks that trade. As you can see, we're just running right down the thing. So you got support sitting at the 1.103, and you have resistance up at the 1.20. We did manage to poke into the sell zone. If you managed to be on board about 1800, which would be 6 p.m. Eastern yesterday, you could have got out of this trade with some decent profit. We've talked about that. So we're just kind of scouting a new pivot point. We have the top in, so we're looking for it to consolidate. Moving on to Link, L-I-N-K USD. Big run up on Link today. We came into yesterday about 1400, about 2 o'clock Sunday, Central Standard Time. Got into our sales target and continuation. So increasing volume. Volume is starting to taper off as the RSI went into the overbought. And so we're going to need to chill a little bit. We may pull back down to the 0% here. So this is the Fibonacci retracement, 0 to 100. So we look forward to pull back there. I got your support level here at the 30.67997 and resistance up here. Let's see, we look like we got a double. We'll use the bodies of these candles here at the 31.86151 for Link USD. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum is blasted off here. As we see on this chart, here it hit our buy zone, blasted through the sales target with some strong continuation, and there is a lot of discussion about the NFTs and the changes to the Ethereum blockchain to either eliminate gas prices or reduce them because it's getting really expensive. But if you managed to get in that trade, congratulations, that was a good one. And there's signs here of continuation. We got the 12-day moving average. You can see it hitting, providing support now. We got the 100-day and the 26 golden cross, which sent us skyrocketing up here to challenge resistance. These resistance levels, I think I took, off the daily up here, which were back over there. So we got resistance at the 1853.55, and we'll switch back to the 4-hour time zone so you can see it clearly. Support at the 1682.74 for Ethereum. So keep an eye on Ethereum. Looks like we may need to cool down in the RSI some. So increasing volume, above average trading for ETH USD. Moving on to Stellar XLM. XLM USD. Where are you at, Stellar? There you are. Stellar made it through the sales target. As we see on the chart, we got up to the 100-day moving average and getting quite a bit of resistance there, trying to break through the 100-day. And you see why we use this Fibonacci up here at the top. Typically goes up and then pulls right. It's really difficult to get it through this red zone usually. So that's why we use it, because we want to sell into strength on the climb up. Excuse me. And as I said many times before, you don't really get too bothered about nailing the top. Very, very seldom happens, but do know where these zones exist. That's why we chart them here for you, so we can show you and teach you how to do your own charting. Anywho, let's get your support level at the 0.409699. And the resistance, we can squish that one down at the 0.4200. Tight range here, RSI is looking good and steady. Still have some room for the upside. We just need the volume to continue to increase for XLM USD, stellar. Moving on to NU USD. As you could probably see, we're starting to go, we were green all day, we're starting to go green to red, so things are starting to cool down a little bit as we move into the evening hours for here in the United States, and folks are going to be waking up in other time zones. So watching that, made it through our sales target, met our resistance up here at the 0.7144, and support for NU USD 0.69024. Oh, we can do better than that. Excuse me one sec. Let's jump into the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour time frame. So we did pull back. You can see this previous resistance now becomes support. So we did bounce back up from there. Switch back over to the 4 hour. So there's your support level, 0.6995 for NU USD. NMR USD. Just about flat at the moment. We did almost get up to our sales target for NMR. Encountered resistance at the 41.686. Almost a DOGE there. Might be a shooting star. Not really sure about that particular candle, but some indecision in there, certainly. But support will be at the 40.883 USD. We're still waiting for the moving averages to resolve. Looks like we did get the cross, that 12 and 100 day right there. And then 26 is trying to make it do its thing. So if that's so, we should see some continuation to the upside. Watching we did fall off a little bit on the volume, but volume is still way above average. Looking good for NMR USD. Moving on to Litecoin. Litecoin has been in this sales target for some time. We did get the 12 and 100 day cross. We're waiting on patiently for the 26 day to make its way up, which are probably still a day or so. And Litecoin has been a laggard, meaning that it is not running up when, kind of in conjunction with Bitcoin, etc. So we will watch Litecoin. And let's get you your levels. Let's jump on the 1 hour time frame to get some more support information for you. There we go. Support at 188.71. Gonna see resistance, as you see here. We did encounter that over there. Didn't get through that one. So 192.29. Then 193 psychological for LTC USD. Hey, if you're out there, I see some folks in there. If you don't be too shy to say hi, say hello in the chat. Give me a request. If you have a request or a question, feel free to ask. Moving on to Comp USD. COMP. All right, comp, we're still doing some consolidation. We're trying to work out this 100-day 26 cross. Did come on top, so we may see some downside for this particular one until we can get resolution. So we're kind of going sideways. We did break somewhat above there, but met some resistance instantly, so we'll move our resistance down. Going to need to get above the 477.57. Look for support to hold. As we can see here that it did, the 12-day moving average did provide some support. So as we pull down to there, look for that 469.916 support. For COMP USD, let's have a look at basic attention coins. Still green. Great day for BAT USD. We are anticipating this as the new Brave browser rolls out and folks start to earn BAT USD for just browsing the internet. If you see an ad, you get paid. Go figure, huh? So, look at its support at the 0.7362, 7.7697 resistance. Trying to get through this area. We haven't made our retracement up into the sell zone yet, but nice cup and handle pass as we shot right through the handle part. Rounding bottom, whatever you want to call that particular. And we do have the 12, the 26, and 100 day moving averages in the right configuration. The only problem we have is the RSI is overbought and we're losing some volume. So we'll keep a close eye on BAT USD. Let's move on to GRT USD. GRT USD still struggling, less of a rounder bottom, not as much volume. RSI is in good shape still, but we have some new support levels up here at the 1.886 and resistance anticipate to encounter at the 1.920. Tight range here, so keep an eye on your moving averages and the volume. We're trading above average on volume. So still got a shot. If you got in down here into the buy zone, you've had several opportunities to get in. And there you go, GRT USD. VeChain. Wait till you have a look at VeChain. There we go. VeChain just blasted off, and we broke all the way through the sales target. You had to be very patient with this one. You see all the way back to March the 5th. We can do a little bit better. There we go. As you see here, I have an alert set. So this is my trailing stop. I'm going to keep to take some profit here on this particular trade. We've been in it for a while. But resistance, we're going to have to go to the daily chart. Are we at the all-time high? Yes. So we are on blue sky breakout with VET USD all-time high. I believe. Let's look at the weekly. Well, if you discount this thing here, which we don't even, yeah, so basically all-time highs for VET USD, VeChain. So pretty much no limit to where it can go to the top side. And now we got to look for some support to fall back on. RSI, we're running up there into the overbought. So keep your eyes peeled on the RSI. It may need to cool down a little bit. And so we have support at the 0.0646 and blue sky breakout. So resistance level is out the window. Volume's drying up. So keep your eyeballs on that as well. VET USD. Moving on to ZIL. We added this one back. It's been sleepy for a while. Finally woke back up. And you're back here around the 6th when we got this buy target going. We do have the 12, 26, and 100 day in the right orientation. if you'll notice, see how we got support off this 100-day, how solid that was. So once we made this cross, it was rocket ship up here. Did dip into the sales target. So if you manage to get out in that when we cross into that range, congratulations. Pull back, found support here at the 0.12335. And now we're going to look for some resistance at 0.1267 for ZIL, ZIL USD. Moving on to DOGE. DOGE went red all of a sudden. It was doing really well. We had a big fat candle coming down there. So as you see here, we had this range. We've been trading in that forever and ever and ever. Finally got our 12-26-day cross that we're looking for. Continuation, several strokes of volume. I think basically this was news from I think it was Mark Cuban. No, it wasn't Mark Cuban. DOGE, there's been a lot of news around, so I won't even attempt to pinpoint that right now. So do your diligence out there, check it out. Got to look for resistance now to try to get above that 0.06342. Been struggling with that for some time. Let's go out to the daily and have a look there. So as you see on here on the chart, really tough to get above this 0.06588 with DOGE. So keep that in mind as we try to make our climb up. That's on the daily chart. We'll go back to the 4-hour. And our support level, well, that one just disappeared. So we'll go to 1 hour. Scaling back. So we may need to come down and regroup here at the 0.0566 as the RSI, as you see, when they get overbought, we need to come down and cool off. RSI up again, cool off period. So hopefully we can get some, and hope is not a trading strategy, I should say, but we can be optimistic. And there we go for DOGE. Moving into some Defi tokens, UNI USD. UNI is up here at the top. Made a lot of resistance here. We did hit the all-time high yesterday. So if you're in this trade, we've been in there for a long time. Congratulations. If you exited right in here, not a big deal. You're going to have a second chance, I'm sure. So we're holding support here at the 32.742. Resistance, going to need to get above the 33.676. And then we got the all-time high in target in our sights. Moving on to AAVE. Getting pretty toppy up here as well with AAVE. Resistance at the 437.45. I'm sorry, 437.368. And support at the 424.51-ish. There we go, 425.138. Excuse me. Should zoom in a little bit there. But we are catching the 1226 in the right configuration now. We had our cross here. Good volume. RSI did get to the overbought, so we need to come down and let that chill a while. So we may need to do some consolidating, maybe even dip down to the 12-day moving average for continuation. Looking on to MKR USD. MKR is still trying to resolve these averages. As you see, they're like all trying to converge the same spot. So MKR, not as volatile as some of the other ones we covered, but just remember, folks, that cryptocurrency is volatile. So be very, very careful. Resistance at 2199.916. Support sitting right on top of this 100-day moving average at 2156.51. And let's have a look at audio. Audio has been in the news quite a bit. Audio is an NFT, non-fungible token. No funge. Where you at, audio? There we are. Audio USD. Sideways action after this big run up. But notice that we are right on this 0.50. So we're just banging away back and forth right in the dead center of this retracement here. Again, don't blow me up with telling me that Fibonacci number 0.50 doesn't exist, because it is significant, as we always try to revert right to the dead center there. See there? Getting on top of the 12-day moving average, so we can move our support up at the 0.913578. Very tight range here. We had to come in on the 1 hour to see this right there. 0.94. So you're going to look for that and then watch the $1 mark. It's going to be a tough one to get through. RSI in good shape. Volume is gone. All right, let's look on over to BTC dominance. Is sitting at the 6.99, slightly down for the day. And as we said, and so right at 934 billion. So getting close to that $1 trillion mark for BTC. And total market cap is sitting at the 1.60 trillion, roughly, slightly up. So you see the rotation when Bitcoin runs up, give it a little bit, money goes from there into alts as folks try to jump on those things and ride them up. And that's the ebbs and flows that we do every day. That's why we do these things. So I'm still here. If you want to put something in the chat, now's your time. If you're out there and you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, do all those things. Hit that notification bell. You'll get one email and one email only when we live stream. So that's pretty handy, because sometimes I'm able to come on here if something is going good or bad. I'm very often ready to pounce and do a quick live stream for you. Just a few more minutes. Okay, friends. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. We are live Monday through Friday, every morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, about to be Central Daylight Savings Time, I think. Yeah, we still do that thing here. And then also live every night, 6 p.m. or UTC -6. Okay, that's it for me, folks. Have a great evening, and I will see you in the morning with our morning watch list. Thank you.